Hello everyone, today is Tuesday and that means it is a character spotlight episode. So, in today's episode we're going to be doing the Wrecking Crew from Marvel. So it will be a Marvel character spotlight on the Wrecking Crew. Now, the Wrecking Crew, for those of you who don't know, are kind of like a very low-level group of supervillains. So they're a team of 4 supervillains that composes of the Wrecker, the Bulldozer, the Pile Driver, and the Thunderball. I'm sorry, the Wrecker, Thunderball, Pile Driver, Bulldozer. So, the Wrecking Crew was formed when Dirk Gathwhite, who later became the Wrecker, is approached by Dr. Elliot Franklin in prison and is asked to retrieve a gamma bomb Franklin had designed with the intent of ransoming New York for millions of dollars. Now, the Wrecker had formerly been a violent criminal who demolished crime scenes with his crowbar, but gained his powers when he was mistaken for Loki and given mystical powers by the Norn Queen. Wrecker manages to retrieve his enchanted crowbar. During a lightning storm, Wrecker tells Franklin and his fellow prisoners to grab the weapon simultaneously, and a lightning bolt then strikes the crowbar, increasing the Wrecker's power, transforming him and the other 3 men into the Wrecking Crew. So Franklin turns into the Thunderball. Camp, one of the guys named Henry Camp, turns into Bulldozer. Brian Koloski becomes Pile Driver. And they promptly escape from prison, and in the course of searching for a gamma bomb are defeated by the Defenders and Luke Cage. So, their first battle is between the Defenders. And then over the years, they follow a very familiar cycle: escape from prison, fight, subsequently lose to the superheroes, and then return back into prison. So they battled a plethora of people. So they've battled the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, Captain America individually, Iron Fist, the Runaways, Spider-Man, Namor the Submariner, Doctor Strange, Daredevil, Alpha Flight, She-Hulk, X-Men, and the funniest part of this whole thing, their main foe has been Thor. Even though they weren't introduced in Thor, they've always been against them. When the Wrecking Crew first battled Thor, they are confident that it would be a quick battle. Thor, however, infuriated by the fact one of the Wreckers has killed an innocent bystander, defeats them in a moment and critically injures Wrecker. Thunderball escapes. Several weeks later, recovers the crowbar, going on to form his own gang before being defeated by Spider-Man. So there's a lot of what goes on in this where we see the Wrecking Crew kind of break off and kind of come back together to go up against their opponents. There was a... I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. So anyway, they've gone through a lot of issues and stuff like that. They've had to deal with a whole bunch of stuff. So obviously their main group has been Wrecker, Bulldozer 1, Pile Driver, and Thunderball. So they've had a few other members as well. The Excavator, who was the teenage son of Pile Driver and was only a temporary member, and he wielded an enchanted shovel that broke right after using it on a mutant's head, and lost his abilities. We had the Bulldozer 2, who was Marcy Camp, who was Henry's daughter, and she inherited her villain's power as well as his training, and now works alongside her father at times, but does not stay in the group. Then we also have the Demolisher, a female mercenary who filled in for Thunderball as a member of the Wrecking Crew when they were working on a job for Mayor Wilson Fisk. So they've dealt with a lot of stuff, and one of the more recent renditions of the Wrecking Crew is in Ultimate Marvel, which is where the crew appears in the Ultimate Spider-Man as a cleanup crew for superhuman battles, as employees of Damage Control. Now, they are then briefly later on in their full costumes and everything else, but that's not really explained. So the idea is, since we've already been introduced to Damage Control, that the potential of why they're in She-Hulk could be for the fact that they are part of Damage Control, and that Damage Control has had them be a part of their group to kind of help them better understand what's going on, but also a group of enhanced weapons and people to kind of help deal with the super enhanced humans, my apologies, in dealing with them. So, as always, we're going to talk about their equipment and their weapons. So, each one has a specified weapon that kind of makes them who they are. So we have Bulldozer's helmet. Bulldozer has a specially made armor helmet, neck and shoulder apparatus that gives him added protection and invulnerability when ramming into his opponent. The helmet partially affects his peripheral vision. We also have Wrecker's crowbar, which is the reason why they all became powerful. It is a 4-foot-long cast-iron crowbar, which has become virtually indestructible through extensive contact with Wrecker's enhanced skin, wielded by the superhumanly strong Wrecker. The Wrecker has used the crowbar to demolish entire buildings in minutes to hold off the thunder god Thor in battle. He's done a lot with it. He's even thrown it as a projectile. Then we have Thunderball's ball and chain, which possesses, it literally is a massive ball and chain. It's one of those wrecking balls that you have on those cranes that he literally swings around and uses as a weapon. All that being said, so then we have Pile Driver. And then Pile Driver, his ability was really what weirds me out by this, because he doesn't have a weapon per se. He has enlarged hands. So it seems like whatever happened when the crowbar kind of, got electrified and he touched it, he got oversized hands, which he uses to pummel his opponents. Kind of depressing. So, that is the Wrecking Crew in the comic book history of it, but I think the main focus I want to talk about is the Ultimate Marvel universe, where we're going to be seeing the Wrecking Crew possibly be a part of Damage Control first, and then moving on towards being their own supervillain group after being defeated by She-Hulk. So we'll have to wait and see for sure, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what we're going to know of them and how they're going to be really used in the MCU, because I can't imagine them being kind of a one-and-done group. They've been utilized so much in the comics, even just as like side characters and kind of like jokes. It's still kind of a group of characters we kind of see. They're kind of the starting off point for some people. But they are also powerful and can do a lot of damage. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you excited about the Wrecking Crew? Were you happy with their rendition in She-Hulk? Me personally, I think it's just the beginning of what we're going to be seeing in the future of them. I don't think that's going to be their final form, I guess you would say. I think they're going to be enhanced further at some point, but for right now, especially for the fact that we've already seen Asgard be a part of this and that the Wrecking Crew have just joined in. So I'm wondering if there's going to be a connection where their powers kind of increase in their abilities, and that's where we get to see them more as the Wrecking Crew as we know. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. That being said, if you like the content you see, please like and subscribe below. And if there is a character, or just a group of characters that you'd like me to do a character spotlight on, please let me know in the comments below. Other than that, this is going to be Beastly Eel signing out. Have a great day.